Okay, guys, welcome to day 2 of Marketing 101. I hope you enjoyed the first one. Today, we're going to get a little bit deeper into kind of how to design your business. Okay, and today we're going to talk about the value ladder, and you'll see what I'm talking about when I say design your business. Now, let's go ahead and get bottom step right here. Bam. Okay, so this is our value ladder. Okay, now we need to ask the question. Okay. Why should someone buy my product or my service versus someone else's? Okay. When we're talking about value, why should someone see my product as more valuable than someone else's? Okay. You always have to be thinking about value whenever you are talking about your product or service. Okay. That's where the value ladder really helps you out. Okay. And when we're talking about the value ladder right here, what we're talking about, it's really kind of more of a staircase, but it's called the value ladder. So this, so I'm going to call it that. Okay. So when we're talking about the value ladder, what we're doing is we're saying this bottom tier here is kind of my lowest value product, but it's also the one that more people are likely to buy. Okay. So this is the bottom of the value ladder. This is the top of the value ladder. This is where you make the most money and provide the most value to your customers. What's the problem with that? Not everybody is going to be able to get that because it's going to be too expensive for a lot of people. But some of your dream customers and some of the people that you're really marketing to, you're going to be able to push them all the way up the value ladder. Maybe I shouldn't say push them, bring them. Okay, we never want to be pushy in the marketing world. So you want to bring them all the way up your value ladder. Okay, right here in the middle. This is where the sweet spot is. Okay, this is the core of your business. This is where you can make a reasonable amount of money per purchase. Okay, and guess what? Being that it's not going to be super expensive, you're going to be able to get your volume impact as well. Okay, so down here, this is your lowest price, but more people are likely to buy. Up here is your highest price, and only the select customers that you really want to deal with and invest your time, those are going to be the ones where you can bring them all the way up your value ladder. Okay, so let's take a good example. Okay, I needed some coffee, but I needed some coffee before I came in here tonight. So let's talk coffee. All right. So let's say you have a coffee business. What would be the least valuable thing in a coffee shop? Arguably, maybe like a normal brewed coffee. Okay. But then, what do most people get whenever they go to a coffee shop? A vanilla latte or like a frappuccino or something like that, like a specialty drink, something they can't get at the house. Okay. And then, what would be the higher value product in a coffee shop? Maybe like your bagels or like your super venti mocha, whatever. Okay. And those are the things that maybe your biggest fans or your most, what's the right word? The people that are willing to spend most money because of they love your product or your service, they're going to be up here. Okay. Now let's talk about another industry. Let's take cars. Okay. Base model. Everyone knows what base model means, right? Base model. All right. But then you have different packages of your cars, right? My truck is a Ram, okay, and there's like the work truck, and then you kind of have the mid tier, which is where a lot of people still buy, right? It still has some amenities and features and things like that. But then you have what? The Laramie edition, okay? This is the most expensive product that they sell that offers the most value, okay, or at least the most perceived value. Maybe I should do a video on perceived. I should do a video on perceived value. Anyway, so this is the value ladder, and this is what we're talking about, okay? Let's get into the online world and the digital world for a second, okay? Let's take Maybe one of the things that's really popular right now is coaching. Okay, so maybe you have on your bottom tier here, you have like, here's my 10 steps to do XYZ that's maybe free or very low cost. Or maybe if you're in the health industry, maybe you offer a meal plan or something like that for maybe $5, or maybe some samples for free plus shipping, something like that. Okay, that is on your bottom tier. And I should have said this earlier, so I'm going to say it now. The whole reason for this bottom tier is lead generation. Okay, lead generation. People who are willing to whip out their credit card and buy something right here from you, that they see value in a small thing, they're very much more likely to move up your value ladder to buy a more expensive thing. And then if you way over deliver and you provide the value that you should be, they're going to go up the value ladder and get the most expensive product that you can offer. Okay. So whenever you're structuring your business, you have to think about that. Where am I providing value to my customer? Where am I giving the most value for this? Maybe you can come up with like a majorly valuable lead capture thing that maybe really educates people and gives them to at least give you an email address for some sort of contact information where you can follow up. If you can do that, you can start generating a lot of leads, okay? But you don't want to stay there, right? You don't want to stay there where people are giving you $5, $10, right? It's a lot easier to make $1,000 with a $1,000 product than it is with a $5 product, okay? So you don't want to stay here, and that's where I find a lot of people when they're starting out, they stay here in lead gen. They stay here in the bottom of the value ladder. And that's why they quit, because they're not making enough money. It's too much work. There's too much upkeep. They have bills to pay, things like that. So that's why this is the core of your business. Okay, whatever this mid-tier product, service, whatever is, this is the core of your business. This is the one where you make good money, but you have good volume. Okay, and then from this pool, it's kind of like, this is a little bit where the funneling process comes in. So you have lead gen, you have like core customers, and then you have like really high tier, high ticket customers. Okay. And here's the final trick, guys, because I'll wrap this up now. Your value ladder doesn't end. This is a staircase to heaven. Okay. It doesn't end. As long as you keep creating value, your customers are going to keep giving you more and more money, because they see the value in what you're doing, the product you're making, etc. So you have to continually innovate. Okay, it's not to say that you don't still keep this as your core offering, but come up with something new. See if you can find a way to grow your business, and you do that by offering more value to more people. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow for module number 3.